I've got to say, it's really challenging for all of the providers out there, all of you guys. We feel it. We feel how challenging this environment is at the moment as we rush towards 1 July, and really trying to nail down in what is a situation of shifting sands, really trying to nail down some kind of bedrock that we can build that's our approach from, and make sure that we are self-assuring as we go through. And this is a great slide in focusing on some of the compliance standards in the first instance. So we've got the outcome standards, but we've also got that second legislative instrument, the compliance standards. And each of those items are big items that we need to be thinking about from the compliance standards as well. Before I address each of those, I just want to do a quick word on each of them, just in terms of overall compliance blind spots. The top non-compliances, when we're thinking about audits from our Commonwealth regulator ASQA, the top non-compliances have sort of not changed forever. And if you read the annual reports every year, ASQA talks about what the top non-compliances are, and there's no surprise. We're talking about assessment. We're talking about trainer and assessor competency and currency. More recently, in the last report, we're talking about those working under supervision, which are about to be those working under direction from the 1st of July. There's another terminology change that we need to be keeping an eye on. And marketing, and then a whole range of other training assessment strategy, and then a whole range of other non-compliances that sort of scale down from there. But the top 4 or 5 non-compliances haven't changed. So when we think about our blind spots, they should be really obvious that these are key areas that we should be focusing on. But for some reason, we're still struggling as a sector overall in order to achieve those items. In terms of the statistics, I'm sure most of us would be aware the regulator is ramping. The audits are getting more and more common. So the last 3 years, each year, we've had more audits than the last year. We're heading towards 1,000 regulatory activities, if you like, remembering that our Commonwealth regulator now has a whole range of different terms for performance assessments and monitoring activities, et cetera, when we talk about auditing, a whole range of different terms that are now being used. But we're heading towards 1,000, and we're expecting that to increase. So there's a lot more activity going on than what there has been, say, 3 or 4 years ago. And yet the same challenges are coming out. And from the last report, we're talking about around a 60% non-compliance rate in standard activities. So these challenges haven't gone away. So we definitely need to be continuing to focus on those top